Hey guys, welcome back to Roblox Diner. Today we'll talk about 3 super weird Roblox Piggy stories that are true. Let's head into it. Number 3, the official storyline. The storyline goes as this. As he is missing, the players are police officers looking for George Piggy and end up looking for him at his house, where Piggy captures the players and they eventually have to flee the house. Later they go back to their police station after escaping, where an announcement says that there is a monster at the station and tells them to flee the garage. After the players go to the garage and see Doggy, another police officer is waiting for them to escape. Later on in the infected ones, Piggies are surrounded on the roads, go through the gallery and escape again. They go to a forest after escaping and the story skips 4 weeks ahead, and then we see that Doggy somehow gets infected and has to get out. They get a message from Mr. P on their walkie-talkie after they're out, asking them to rescue his friend from school, rescue his friend's bunny from school, and flee to the sewers where they met Mr. P or Mr. Potato. The players feel really bad, and so they're taken to the hospital by Bunny and Mr. P. Bunny reports that the hospital is no longer safe after the players wake up. They eventually go to the roof if they were supposed to meet Mr. P again, but they see that Mr. P went away without them. There's a metro under the hospital from where they have to escape to a safe place, but Bunny doesn't feel so good, so he's resting when they're ready to go. Bunny tells the player that Mr. P gave her a drinking potion, and now she doesn't feel too good, so they have to leave her there. They have to go find Mr. P and confront him with the potions he gave them, and then they turn into infected ones. So they go to the carnival, but they find 2 people who are saving others, Zizzy and Pony, so they go with them. They go to their safe place and escape the city, but they suspect someone was following them, so they go to a mall to look for the person. Zizzy came to the mall with the player, and the pony went back to a safe place. They eventually find out that they were being watched by George Piggy, and they take him back to their safe place where many hide from the infected ones. The player, Zizzy, and Pony go out to the outpost to stop Mr. P when they're about to go to a laboratory to find him. Right then, George comes and says he's got away from the others somehow to see who's infected his family. So the player and George go in to see the other 2 stay outside the Piggy stop. We confront Mr. P after going inside, who says the player and George are all illusions, and goes away, and so they follow him. This is where the tale is left to hang. Minitoon published a chapter before Chapter 12 that were made until the outcome of Chapter 12. That chapter goes back to the first, unveiling other secrets as the players play and escape as George Piggy. Number 2. Peppa Pig fanfiction. Peppa Pig fanfiction is a thing and it will ruin childhoods. If you have a child, or at least know someone who is a child, then Peppa Pig is probably familiar to you. It's a British Nick Jr. cartoon about speaking animals whose last names represent what kind of animals they are. Together with Susie Sheep, Pedro Pony, and many others, we have Mommy Pig, Daddy Pig, Peppa Pig, and the rest of her family. But Grandpa Pig, among other characters, died a horrible death in some Peppa Pig fanfiction written by internet warriors. Some people are curious now about what happened to him, at least according to a bunch of different stories written by adults to make these animated characters waste. Spoiler alert, it's not beautiful. Grandpa Pig died as a result of being crushed to death by a treehouse, according to one dark fan theory. This theory says that one day when he was gardening, miraculously, his treehouse fell upon him and instantly killed him. However, because of her apparent schizophrenia, the theory also points to Grandma Pig imagining not only his death, but those of other characters. As we all know, the Peppa Pig characters are alive and well. Even with some lighthearted music in the background, the children's show would never portray any such death, but give the internet the chance to kill beloved cartoon characters and make shows and make kids' movies much darker than they intended, and it will come up with all kinds of ways. Number 1. Stories on Fan and Wiki. Fan and Wiki, hosted by the fandom website, is dedicated to giving users the opportunity to write their own stories from TV shows and movies with existing characters. On Peppa Pig, users can take characters that already exist and place them in brand new storylines and terrible or unexpected solutions. It's fascinating as well as a little bit terrifying. The story of one fan about the death of Grandpa Pig includes a complete episode script in which he dies and is accidentally buried in zombie dirt. He then wakes up from the dead and is now a zombie pig. According to an entry about Daddy Pig, Peppa's father, he died by eating 106 hot dogs once, but he came back to life and now wanders with no head. Roblox is no stranger to fan-made games that pay tribute to protagonists such as Ronald McDonald and yes, Peppa Pig. Roblox Piggy is one such game which has gained tons of fans. One user or a computer player is randomly chosen in the plot to be a demented version of Peppa, who then goes around with a baseball bat killing the other characters. It is also based on the Granny smartphone and PC game, in which players have a certain amount of time to flee a house when they are killed by a creepy grandma. It's hard to say if Peppa Pig's disturbing fanfiction came first, or if Roblox gave people the idea of completely turning the character into something else. Anyway, young minds continue to be warped by fanfiction. What do you think about Roblox Piggy? Which game do you like the most? Let us know in the comments section down below. This this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.